Welcome everyone to Total Nonstop Impact Talk for Impact fans, featured right here on the TNI Network. This is Trent Long, my co-host J-Bone, Bill, and Alicia, and this is the Sunday dinner, the Impact Plus Weekly for the week of J-Bone. The week of what?
February 13th, 2021.
2020, February 13th, 2020. Well, February's almost over, which is crazy because it's today the 21st. That's mind-blowing.
Yeah.
This has been a quick year, but hey, quick year means quicker we can get all this shit over with, and maybe I'll get back to a show one of these days. We'll see. What's going on, guys? Sunday evening, the Sunday dinner.
Sunday.
Well, so J-Bone, real quick, I'm going to say you initially were not going to be here because you got Elimination Chamber review on Smash This Podcast coming up. So I was ready to take over the J-Bone gimmick tonight, guys. I had my J-Bone gimmick here. Let me take these headphones out. Like I was gonna do the J-Bone thing. Look at this. Hold on, look at it. I was ready to do this. Look at it. I was gonna do this and
that looks slick.
Do that finger thing you do where you're like you pronounce your O's like opinion and official and all that stuff you do. You know, I was practicing my J-Bone. Yeah, that whole gimmick. It's like, in my humble opinion, the J-Bone opinion. I was referring to myself as a bone. I had the whole gimmick worked out, Jay. It was all ready to go. I'm going to leave this out.
I'll let you keep the headband on because it actually looks good considering you're in a band. Well, sometimes.
I got it's the Bret Michaels thing. It's the second Bret Michaels reference this week, Alicia. I don't know why.
Bro, J-Bone, listen to me. Man to man. Bro, you got the Brian Alvarez thing going on. What's going on over there with the headphones, bro? What's going on there with the thing?
Jeez.
J-Bone, talk to me.
Thanks for asking, Vince. Oh, wait, you're talking to J-Bone.
We got two Brian Alvarez's tonight.
I'll announce it here because it's a maybe. I'm not gonna put it on until we get Vince Russo might be joining us on the Thursday show. He's 50% ish right now. I had to check with him that day. He does like 300 podcasts a week. But we're in the heart of his stuff over on the throwbacks. So I said, hey, why don't you come on? We'll ask you a few questions about where things are at. You can plug the brand and everything and your stuff. He's got a bunch of new stuff going on. So he might be on. We'll confirm that's closer to Thursday's throwback show.
Hey, Vince Russo, how you doing?
Absolutely. Can't wait to play it for him again. But what's going on, guys? Alicia, I see there was a big thing that happened in Alicia's world this weekend. I saw that on Twitter.
Oh, yes. We got the keys to the new apartment, and we'll slowly start moving in over the next upcoming week.
Nice.
Hey,
congratulations.
That's awesome. That is awesome.
Congratulations. That's really cool. Super, super cool. So, Bill, I know we wanted to say at the top of the show, we're going to make the announcement for the chat. You want to let them know what to start doing now.
Yes. Throw in those questions right now because it's, as Trent said, it's hot tonight. You got a little smashes later. So you got questions. You throw them in there right now because it's going to be a hard cutoff.
Yes. J-Bone's got to do his show tonight. He wasn't going to even be here tonight. We were going to do this. Jay, what happened? That ended early or something? What was going on here?
Yeah, they cut out a match and they cut out a match which made it made the pay-per-view like 3 hours, less than 3 hours. So I was shocked. They didn't just throw in like a substitute match or something. They actually cut that one out and crazy. I was like, wow, I'm actually going to join my crew tonight because I figured you guys would be going live while the pay-per-view ended.
Yeah. It's funny when you're only charging $5 on the Peacock network. I guess like you can just cut matches and like, fuck them. They're only paying $5 anyway.
Who booked this?
That's the next pay-per-view where it starts on the cock. Yeah.
Oh, that's the next one? Okay.
Yep.
I got to put this out there. I guess Lashley and Galloway did something tonight.
Yeah, so, Lashley attacked Drew McIntyre.
So I used to call him Galloway. Garrett from Impact.
Stand up.
Without delay, immediately posted, check out Galloway and Lashley from Slammiversary 2016. And it's like all over the feed.
When they were in their prime.
Oh, like it's basically like if you want to see what their WrestleMania main event is, you can watch Impact 5 years ago. It was amazing. Like the comments are great too, because everybody's like, "Damn, you guys are fucking ruthless." It's awesome. I love it. So that's out there if you want to see it done 5 years younger with those two. It was done at it's first time at Bill anniversary 2016.
Oh wow.
Yep,
Stuff.
That was a great show. That was a really good show. But really cool. So we're gonna talk Xplosion, guys. We're going to then we'll open up the forum and we'll talk. We got a hard stop. Jay's got to do his thing, so we started a little bit late. That's on us. But either way, I got my headband on. Jay, I'm feeling the power of Bonomania tonight. It's great.
It's Bonomania.
Well, if you're feeling the power of Bonomania, we should probably start out with some news.
Oh, you got some news. Should I play the jingle? Bill, get that jingle going. Let's give him the jingle.
All right, it's jingle time.
All right, well, he's got something. Let's go. What do we got? J-Bill's going to play. He's got something to talk about. Go ahead.
Sounds like it. All right, here we go.
Jiminy Christmas.
I'm not doing the normal thing. I'm not doing it tonight. Bill, you want to do it?
I'll
take it.
And now, J-Bone's News. Here it comes.
Searching for my fake wrestling news.
I like the partnership with that.
That's Bill. That sounded more like brother love.
Well, not that guy. That's how he would do it if he did it well.
All right, what do you got, Jay?
That was great. All right, so I just I can't help myself. You're gonna have to forgive me here, guys, but there is a new WWE champion. His name is The Miz, and it's awesome.
Are you out of your mind? What show do you think you're doing right now? Cut his mic.
I couldn't help myself.
I don't have any control.
Yeah, J-Bone, get the hell out of here. Get out.
Man, this is horrible.
J-Bone's out. I cut him out. He's out. Kicked him right out of the show.
He got the boot.
Don't ever do that
He's
shit
back.
again, Bone. Don't ever pull that shit on the show again.
Okay, Boomer.
Alicia, should we give you like mic cut control? Like, I mean, can we trust you with mic cutting control?
No. You absolutely shouldn't.
That's what I was thinking. I'm like, the second Ingrid knows Alicia has mic cutting control, it's over.
Yeah.
Like if she knows, the DMs will be like, cut him, fucking boot him,
my
get him.
powers for evil. Sorry, guys.
So, all right, no news clearly from J-Bone.
Well, there is a piece of news.
Go ahead.
There is, and not trolling this time. Not trolling. No, I'm sorry. I had to. I'm just excited. That just put me in a giddy mood coming into the show tonight. So I had to just get that out of my system.
Okay.
Get it out of my system later. So, so Tommy Dreamer put it out there earlier this week. It was actually released on the old Twitter box when he was on the Busted Open Radio show with David LaGreca and others, that he's I don't think he's necessarily retiring. So I don't want to spread any false information, but he did say that Tommy Dreamer is stepping away from in-ring stuff for a bit. Okay. Because it's getting harder and harder on him, especially with the schedule that they have. I mean, for some, it's really good, keeps everybody fresh, healthy. But when you're used to, like he said, when you're used to doing 200 shows a year, and that's what your body's used to, and you don't feel stuff as much. And now at his age and with the injuries he has, he, when he does have a match, he's feeling it a lot more, a lot worse, I guess you could say. And it's just harder, he said. And sometimes, there's these guys that are doing 2 matches a day because of the scheduling and stuff. He's like, and I just cannot physically do that anymore. He said his match with Moose was actually right after the pay-per-view. So yeah, that was rough on him, and that was like that was a sign for him that he was like, okay, that's it.
Well, fair enough, man. Dude, he's no spring chicken. The guy's been around for a long time, and
50 years old.
50 years old, and he's
sadly understood about half of that.
He's beat the hell out of himself for a long time. So I mean, time to take a little break, man. Why not?
Yeah.
I'm for it. So hey, I mean, he's still going to be an agent, right? He's not like leaving Impact to do
No,
agent
he's
stuff.
no, he's not. He's not like he's done with Impact. He's still, part of production and production meetings and all that kind of behind the scenes stuff.
Okay, cool.
So, yeah.
Fair enough, man.
So,
cool.
yeah. So it's, and just in case he doesn't ever get in the ring, just in case, I just want to say thank you, Tommy. For however long this break is. Thank you, Tommy, for everything.
Well, you did. Thank you, Tommy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The 5 clap sequence. Real quick before we jump in Xplosion, though, Bill, you were at a show this weekend. You were candidly caught on camera by one of these lunatics. Got you on camera. Posted you on Twitter, trying to enjoy the show. The guy can't enjoy the show in peace without some creep putting him on Twitter, not going up to him and asking him for a photo or an autograph or a hello, but putting you on Twitter, just sitting in your seat. What the hell was that all about? But anyway, what show were you at? What's going on? I think I saw one of the matches listed on there. It looked really, really interesting. But
yes, I was at the debut show of Global Syndicate Wrestling, and the quite a few Impact talents, past and present, were there. Our Knockouts champion, Deonna Purrazzo, she was there, and also wound up influencing the main event. She won, and Kimberly showed up to help with the distribution. Yes.
Oh shit! No kidding.
So
wow.
Kimber was there as well.
Nice.
Some people from Xplosion, which we talk about here. Gio, he was there, along with Wrecking Ball. He was there. Michael Elgin, I think his first show that I've seen him advertised on in quite some time.
I'm curious, how did that go over? Did people?
I think it went over pretty well. There was a few people you heard not really, but there was a few. You could tell there was a few people, but I think overall positive. And I think honestly more of it was Wrecking Ball is kind of based in this area, so I just think he had a lot of built-in fans already. So it was a 50-50 type crowd from the get-go. So I don't know if I'd put anything more into it, but I think Elgin kind of won over a lot of the group, and it ended with setting up another return match for Elgin because the Samoan Werewolf, I still think the MLW champion, Fatu, was he kind of came in after the match and attacked Elgin.
I'm curious where all that goes with him. How people are taken to it and everything.
I think this is a good test because I think, at least I thought when this all went down and the way Impact worded what they were doing with him, I always got the impression they'd bring him back at some point. Was their intention initially? That could have changed, but my guess is there's certain Impact executives now paying attention.
Very interesting. We'll see where this one goes. That's a wait and see. What else? Anybody else from Impact?
Jay Chris was supposed to be there, but I believe due to the weather and stuff, he could not make it. I'm trying. Hold on, I'm just double checking to make sure I'm not missing anybody else that made an appearance. And I think that's everybody. Hammerstone, he's an MLW guy, but he did do Xplosion as well. He may have made it on TV once for Impact a couple years ago.
Well, he was facing Aries, wasn't he?
Oh yes, and Aries. Yes, Aries. Obviously, he has major Impact connections, and Aries looks good. Because I haven't seen him in a while, but I know I think that's where the people were there. They wanted to see what was going to happen between me and Aries. But hey, I'll give Aries his due, man. He's a good wrestler.
I think he moved to Mexico now, and he's living like secluded away in Mexico. Very.
There seems to be a trend with former Impact World Champions and moving to Mexico.
Yeah, seriously.
Well, he was in Vegas.
Yeah, he moved.
Yeah, he was based in Vegas for a while.
Oh wow! So he moved to Mexico. That's interesting.
Yeah. But I'll also just put a shout out to Deanna's opponent, which was originally supposed to be Shaw Guerrero, but she kind of retired in the last 2 weeks.
I saw that. Yeah.
So Trisha Dora replaced her, and she's been making a lot of waves on the indie scene over the last year. I think that would be someone to keep an eye on if I'm Impact. If you're looking for like a knockout before they really break out onto the scene and are unobtainable, I think she can put together some good new matches with the knockouts. Add something different. Yeah.
And that's the first time I heard of that name. I'll have to check that out.
Interesting. Yeah, I'm curious now. Cool. Very interesting, guys. Yeah, watch your indies, guys. That's where everybody's coming from nowadays. You keep paid with everybody.
And Marsha Slamovich, she also did some Impact stuff. She was on.
I remember her.
Yeah.
And she went against someone that was on your show when I was in Chicago. What, Hyann?
Oh, Hyann was there? No.
Yeah,
kidding.
I don't think she was advertised when to be there, but she was there too.
Yeah, Hyann is they're engaged. Stephen Wolf, she heard Stephen Wolf are engaged, and they were doing a lot of stuff. They live out here. I'm shy. I didn't know she was taking dates. That's interesting.
Yeah, so there was some people you haven't seen taking dates. So I'm very intrigued by this promotion. And hey, with all the Impact type people to bring in, this was a show that was supposed to have Joe Doring in the main event, but he couldn't do the travel. So I have high hopes.
So who won the main event between Hammerstone and Aries?
Hammerstone. Aries, gallant effort, but Hammerstone.
I'll never forget that guy. That one random fan in LaSalle, Illinois, yelling Hammerstone over and over for 38 minutes. My God. All right.
Oh, yes. And if you don't know Trish, you might know her by her other name as Sting, but Lariat Tubman, which is fantastic.
Lariat Tubman? That's fantastic.
Jeez.
That's great. All right, cool. Very nice. So keep your eye on this promotion. This could be something. This could be very interesting. They brought in some names.
Yeah, not a bad first show. Thanks.
Oh, yeah. And you know what? Since we're talking about like indie shows and news, this affects Impact greatly. The main event for the collectives for the Culture in Tampa Mania Week announced.
I saw that. That's huge.
This is a huge match here. Too Cold Scorpio versus Impact World Champion Rich Swann.
That's crazy.
Hell yeah. I'd love to see it. Yeah, and I just did a throwback review of
Hardcore Justice.
Thank you. Hardcore Justice 2010. I remember the year 2010. And Too Cold Scorpio faced off with C.W. Anderson. And that was the first time I really seen Too Cold Scorpio. Like I heard about him over the years with ECW stuff, but never really, paid much attention to him. Dude, his match for a first time seeing him with C.W. Anderson was amazing.
Think about this. You saw him in 2010. It's like 15 years even after his like prime period.
Yeah,
that's crazy. Him and Rich is take my money. That's amazing. That's fantastic. So I'm looking forward to that. Very cool. Very cool. Let's jump into Xplosion. Let's get that going before we because we got a hard stop tonight. So the match on this one. Oh, you got something else, Bill?
No.
They're leading to the match. Set up the match. So you got the shirt on. Go into the match on.
Well, we got the new Mr. Xplosion, Shera. The Indian warrior or whatever. I didn't remember the nickname. The Indian Lion. There you go. Versus Fallah Bahh.
It's nice to see Fallah wrestling, though. It's good to see Fallah wrestling.
It's good to see Fallah.
Yeah. This match kind of went longer than I thought it would, right? Like maybe over 10 minutes. It was about at least 10 minutes, at least.
In that range, it felt like anywhere from 9 to 12, I would say.
Yeah, it was up there for these two guys. But yeah, definitely Shera was at 3 weeks or 3 out of the last 4 weeks he's been on. He's been on Xplosion.
Yeah.
I mean, he needs the ring time, man. He needs that ring time. I'm already lost on what after last Tuesday's Impact. I'm really lost on Shera as it is. So I'm kind of like, where the hell we're going with Shera? But
good point. The first thing I was paying attention to, still no crowd noise in Xplosion. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, so nothing.
It's on the show, but not this. But that could be old. I don't know, or who knows?
In the can, just kind of taped and let it run.
Yeah.
I'm curious. Yeah. Any thoughts on the matchup? I thought Fallah looked great. I'm still weird on Shera though. I still don't see him connecting. Anybody got anything on this? Any take on it?
See, I actually felt the opposite. Like there was a significant change here. I shouldn't say significant, but there was a change. Like if you look at how they worked the match, you look at how Shera was brought out, how he presents himself, and then and then also specifically how Fallah Bahh looked in this match. He worked this match like a heel. He completely did.
Ooh.
The way he did with the back rakes and he did stuff in this match that I'd never seen him do before. It just his facial expressions, and that's why he put it on the cover. It really was unique to me.
I didn't catch that. Anybody else? Alicia, Bill, you guys catch that at all? I didn't see that at all.
I can see it because now that he said it, he didn't give off the impression of being a heel, but he did use back rakes, which is normally a heel move. So I do see that. I got to see more. Like, could it be a deviation from the character? The way he's kind of acting in Swinger's Palace, I could see a heel turn. Yeah, I could see a heel turn.
He's like snaky and kind of like
he's being a little sneaky for Fallah Bahh. Or you could see he's being
ratchet.
Being very ratchet. Who's that at the end of that clip just saying "uh-oh"?
Is that Madison?
there's like a really slight "uh-oh" coming up at the end of that.
That's totally.
I assume it's Madison. Yeah.
I'm curious if this is setting up Fallah, because he's been like real slimy on the main show, trying to get some cash, losing his cash. We'll see. It wasn't a bad match. He did do Sting pointed out in the chat. He did like a springboard move, kind of a crossbody as well. He got a little aerial, which Fallah's very athletic for a guy his size. And Alicia and Bill, you guys saw more live than we had, but he like progresses. What I like about Fallah, he's always like getting better all the time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, I'll tell you, since I just saw Aries last night in a main event, I can't help but always think about that match he had with Aries, which was really like Fallah Bahh can go. Heck, I'd bring Aries back just to do a program with Fallah Bahh.
It's a classic. That's like a hidden gem of Impact. It was in Canada. I remember that. 2018, I want to say, or 2018 probably, Bill?
Probably. It feels like it's that area. It's like all of a sudden it's like, whoa, world title match, Fallah Bahh versus an Austin Aries. Well, where's this coming from? And then it's like, whoa, Fallah Bahh didn't mess around.
I think it's like the summer of 18, because before Aries left, which was October after Bound for Glory.
Sting.
Rebel that was it.
Anniversary.
Yep, summer of 18. Probably his best match. It was like this crazy hidden gem that like nobody expected him to just like, he literally chain wrestled and flew around the ring. I'm like, what? That's when he was 75 pounds heavier. He's lost 75 pounds.
Yeah, so see that match again today. That'd be pretty interesting.
Oh, yeah. I'd love it. I would absolutely. Maybe it happened on the Indies stuff. If Aries taking dates on the East Coast, Fallah lives in Jersey, so that could
bring them back. Hey, let's get that promotion. GSW Pro.
Hey, listen, it could happen. My mistake. Wrestling Simulation. Shera did the springboard, not Fallah. But Fallah did a crossbody.
And I gotta say that just the way Shera worked this match, his confidence is absolutely growing. I still feel like he's got a little work to do, but compared to how he was like when he first came back, in his progression, like the more matches he has, that's the better it is. And they've said this consistently, how he went to Ohio Valley Wrestling and really worked on his craft, and it does show. It does show. He's not just a dancing dude. He's a powerful guy, and they're building. I got a feeling that honestly, down the road, they're going to break him away from Rohit Raju, and they're going to make him a big ass baby face. I would not be surprised, honestly.
Dancing dude. I like referring to him as a dancing dude.
Dancing dude.
Is it Odark? Because he's also owes my money.
Not just a goofy comedy act. Yeah. I mean, the way they're booking him lately is someone that you are absolutely supposed to take seriously in the ring. The way he's defeating these guys and the matches he's putting on.
Go ahead, Bill.
This does run into, it's more on the Bahh side, but that was announced for BTI, which we will be covering on Tuesday. We'll be co-streaming as well. Fallah is on BTI with the Swingman.
That's true. That's the lead-in match.
That's the lead-in match.
That's gonna be fun. They'll get they last week they gave Decay the Decay match again, Triple XL with Tenille. They gave that almost 20 minutes last week. I remember that they got a lot of time to build that into the show. So I don't expect Fallah and Johnny to go 20 minutes, but you give them at least 12 minutes, you can get a fun match out of that.
Oh, you can get some good spots out of the Swingman in at least 10 minutes.
Just them goofing even would be hilarious to watch. So.
Although, because it's now part of BTI and into the show, they might have the money gimmick, the Swingers Palace crossover.
See, that's where you use it, right? You got an extra hour to throw those things in. Interesting. We'll see where we go. But yeah, Bill and Jay will be co-streaming that, guys, on Tuesday. So starting at 7/6 Central for the co-stream, twitch.tv/Total Nonstop IMPACT.
Oh, boy.
The long night for you, Jay. You got 3 hours of co-stream and then, another 2 hours of podcasting. Unreal. I told you, Basil was like, how do you guys squeeze out over 2 hours on a show that's 2 hours? You guys go over 2 hours on your damn show talking about a show that just happened. I'm like, I don't know, man. It just happened.
It's because we're nuts. That's why.
We go 2 hours for a show that was 20 years ago.
Yeah, that too. At least you think that's bad. We do the throwback, and somehow we go over 2 hours talking about a 20-year-old show. Yeah. But that's like we've been goofing on that a lot. Yeah, be lucky we don't drag you in on Thursday. It's gonna be
here. I like this commitment from RK.
Yes.
Thanks to BTI, I will now focus on leaving work earlier on Tuesdays.
There you go. There you go. Nice. Cool.
Well, it takes so long because we put them over.
So okay, cool. Around the so now we got Penzer's segment. This is interesting now. This is very interesting. Speaking of cutting mics, this got controversial. So Bravo was the last guest to round out referee week. This was it. And it was very, very confrontational, the whole thing. I mean, Bravo's confrontational. That's how he is with us too. He's not a nice guy. He's not nice to us at all. He's not nice to Penzer. But yeah, what the hell, J-Bone, since you're going to be getting out of here in a little bit, why don't you set this one up here?
So the whole thing is awkward because Bravo is he's talking. It's more about what Bravo's been through recently as opposed to his reffing, So it was much more character based, So that that made it tough on Penzer, and Penzer was sometimes Penzer's known for hitting those doing those hard hitting questions. Which it really didn't fare well for him this time, and he dug in. He talked about the most controversial stuff, including almost dying lately, and Bravo did not really appreciate that. Getting intimate on relationship subjects. Yeah, Bravo wasn't having it, and Penzer was just doing his job.
Yeah, he was trying at least. But basically, I don't know if anything else stuck out, but basically at the end of this, Bravo said he's going to use whatever power he's got to get around the ring canceled. He's getting it canceled.
I got a bad feeling about this.
Yeah, so he's not happy about this, and he's going to get Penzer canceled. Penzer looked very rattled by the whole thing. Penzer looked extremely rattled by the whole thing. That the guy's job is flashing before his eyes. I got bills, got kids, got a house.
He's got to be in jail.
Yes.
What?
But I'm curious how it develops. I'm curious where it goes.
It went from an innocent New Year's resolution question and it just went out of control.
Spiraled pretty bad. But that was the end of referee month. We had everybody. Baby Hebner, Brandon Toll, Daniel Spencer, Bravo. I missed anybody? That was it. Yeah.
That should be it.
That should be it. Yeah, but no other refs in there. So, but it was pretty cool to hear all the referee stories. So that was around the ring this month. Will there be more? Wait and see. Find out.
If you're looking at social media, they're still kind of going back and forth.
They are. I saw that. Those two they're hammering it out. Penzer's really upset about all this. But that was those are the two new segments. Jay, you got I don't know if you have the flashbacks written down just for.
I don't have anything written down, but I got it all up here.
Go for it.
There you go.
Name them off.
It's No Surrender 2012, and it's a tag team title match. Oh damn it, I can't think of their name. Bad Influence.
There we go.
Bad Influence. Christopher Daniels and Kazarian defending against Kurt Angle and AJ Styles.
Is this a hint? Because Bill, they've been dropping hints. Like you've been catching these little flashbacks. There's been hints of
they
who
have.
they've been.
Although obviously we've seen a ton of Angle flashbacks. No Angle. But it could be. It could be. It would make sense. These guys both had big runs in the company, and they are with that company down south. And I know we didn't touch on it, but it's pretty much all over there. Well, we might have touched on it last week. The former Super X Cup, the height of his career when he was in the Super X Cup, not working with Impact. So maybe you could get some guys that actually are worth bringing in, I'll say.
Yeah. The Guevara stuff that you're referring to, it's a lot of weird conflicting stories out there. I'd say don't waste your time with it. He got sent home, basically. So
yeah, that's the facts. That's the facts. He got sent home.
Yeah.
And
His
we're going to see
Black
Taurus, likely what match he would have been in this Tuesday.
Yeah.
So I'd say screw him. So he got sent home, and his own boss sent him home, and that was it. So whatever happened, the guy screwed his own deal up. So whatever. Yeah, I don't know, whatever. but that was it. That was the and then the recap. Jay, what was the recap?
The recap was the signing for the match between Swan and Dreamer.
Gotcha. Okay.
Contract signing.
And Moose coming out.
Well, then Moose,
and Moose. Yeah.
Good deal. Cool. Well, that was that. Though that's Xplosion. Let's open it up because we're trying to keep pace here, guys. What do we got there? Who is the worst champion for each division? Ooh. You guys love to know the worst. You guys want to bring out the worst all the time. Like who sucked?
I'm not answering this.
Who sucked? Yeah, it's a weird question. I don't know. I mean, it's like it's in our opinion, I guess. I mean, what do you go? What's the criteria we go off of here? You know, I don't know. Do we have it?
Such a loose question.
It's a very loose question. There's Critical Sting. Plus, it's like, I don't know. I don't want to harp on that either, though. I don't know who's the worst champion according to who. That's what I'm curious about. I don't know. Anybody? Bill?
I'm trying to think of just somebody that should not have been champion. I'll
throw a name out there. Alberto El Patron.
Oh,
that's a good one.
Now that's interesting, Jay, because if you want to go the other side, I think their ratings were very high at the time when he was
weird
champion.
Thing, huh?
Once again, it depends on how you want to view it.
It's too loose.
I mean, because there were points when he was very popular, and he did help ratings, I think, to some point, especially internationally. But just how he just like walked out and no-showed stuff, just it's
then easily go into the next one, Tessa Blanchard. For that reason too.
That's the thing. If you want to go off of that, like I don't know, I think this one's a little too broad. Thing, like
that's
Let's go
because that's a real big.
I'm vetoing that one. Yeah, I'm vetoing that one. Let's go. What else we got? Let's get a few more here. Try again, Stinger.
Here's an easy one from Akeem. Do you think Tom Dreamer, should be in the Impact Hall of Fame, and if so, who should induct him?
Not yet. I'm gonna go not yet. There's a lot more before him that need to go in. But if there's, who's gonna induct Tommy Dreamer? Shit, Raven should induct Tommy Dreamer. Clearly,
there you go.
But not yet. I mean, I think unless they're doing multiple a year. If you're doing one a year, right? Like if they're doing one a year, no way does he go in like anytime soon.
I would say this, if you're going to tie those names together, Raven's got to go in way before Tommy. And I love Tommy, but Raven's got to go in first because he came in that first year and just flipped the company on its head.
He was technically one of the first draws the company ever had was Raven. So I'll go with that too. Bill or Alicia, any thoughts on that, or just kind of we're all? I
agree.
I agree.
Tommy's had a great career, but in Impact, that's not been his main thing. Like for the last couple of years and at different times. But you're right. There's a lot of more TNA people that should probably go in before him. Like he's obviously the elder statesman currently with the company, but
he's not in WWE's Hall of Fame, right? He's not in theirs.
No, not yet.
Okay.
No, and there's a lot of ECW guys that a lot of people are clamoring for too, as well, like Taz and guys like that. So
not yet. What else we got, Bill? Any other questions? What else we got? Yeah, but I don't know. Definitely Raven should induct him. That's what I'm gonna go with for sure. It's got to be Raven. And then, like you said, Jay, Raven should go in before Tommy. If you guys are watching throwbacks or if you watched year one, fucking Raven was like the guy at the company, and he did. He was on there. He was on. He actually set that video in for Tommy's birthday. Quick little cameo from Raven.
Here we go. This one I think is an interesting one from Bell's Boy. Goes off of BTI here. Another question. What's your opinion about what the Iceman said on, well, not TNI, but BTI, about a tag team not getting along and almost getting thrown off a plane? Storyline or no?
Storyline.
Definitely storyline.
They wouldn't announce stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's the Iceman. He goes places no one else will go.
And storyline, yeah, for sure.
Well, Alicia, you had a take on this on Tuesday, right? You were saying it's Nevaeh and Havoc?
Yeah.
Potentially?
Potentially. I mean, you got to think it's order of elimination. Who is a tag team that's currently not seen eye to eye?
Right.
And it's not for obvious reasons, you know what I mean? It's one trying to convince the other of something, you know what I mean? And so, who else would it be?
Yeah, I'm going to go with Alicia on this because she said it on Tuesday too, guys. Like, it seems like Nevaeh and Havoc. It just seems way too, like it's playing out. So we'll see. We'll see where that goes. But, definitely storyline, though. I think we can all agree on that. Now the Iceman's going to break, like, real life on that show. Like, hey, guess who fucking hates who, by the way? Check this shit out.
You got a bunch of fake wrestling news for that.
Yeah. All right, what else?
They don't even know what Impact pay-per-view's coming up.
Yeah. What else we got here? Yeah, seriously. Did you guys see that shit? Meltzer reporting on No Surrender. Everybody's like, dude, that happened like 2 weeks ago. Fuck are you, man? Like,
it'd be great if you watched the product. Oh wait, I guess you got to pay the reporters to watch the product.
Yeah, exactly.
How do you do, fellow kids?
Yeah, this dude was literally trying to break spoilers for. He's like, the No Surrender main event's going to be such and such. I didn't even read it, but I just looked at the comments. Everybody's like, moron, it's No Surrender already happened.
Wouldn't it be funny though if like no one told him and he just posted like the shit from 2 weeks ago?
God, that'd be funny. I mean, it'd be like the
good old reliable journalism.
Seriously, they're fucking
like,
embarrassing.
Are they like T channels though? They just they just say, "Oh, I have a source that says this," and and everyone believes it.
They never say who the source is. They always say we got somebody. They never reveal anything. They never retract anything they're wrong on.
Anonymous. Maybe it's anonymous. It's V
Could
for
be.
Vendetta.
Could be. Maybe anonymous is literally sitting in a locker room, just typing away rumors. But that's all bullshit. It's all nonsense. Yeah, like you said, Bill, you got to pay them to get the favorable reviews, right? But what else we got here?
Oh, we talked about Raven. Let's see. I have a question. Right. When does Raven get his favor from Eddie Edwards after he helped him get out of the insane asylum?
Good callback.
That's a good callback right there.
I like that callback. That was a great when Eddie was psychotic and in the asylum, and Raven helped him escape. That was fucking cool, man.
And we're not talking about the TNA asylum. We're talking about an insane asylum.
Actually,
padded rooms.
That was during Eddie's feud with Cross, right? Am I wrong on that? Is that during that? That was like a year and a half ago.
So
yeah.
Because when Eddie was like eating his face and all that shit, they insinuated him like biting his face off and all that. It was fucking nuts. I would love to see Raven manage a psychotic Eddie Edwards.
Oh.
That's a little
anything
out
that gets Raven on the TV, I think is a good thing.
Yeah, I don't know, Alicia. What'd you say?
Oh, wishful thinking.
I know it's very wishful thinking,
but that would be wishful thinking.
But Raven as a manager would be kind of cool, though, right? Like he could talk. He's so good at talking.
I agree.
I tell you what, it now would be the perfect time for Raven to actually come back, because it would explain a lot. Look at how Eddie's been behaving. Like, he tried to, bite the eyeball out of Brian Myers or whatever he did,
Oh yeah, he's still eating faces. That's right.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So what is up with Eddie? That's still a story that has to get answered. So what's influencing Eddie to do these things? Well, Raven could be pulling the strings on that one. It'd be perfect. I'm not sure about the whole, eating flesh thing, but
it's a thing.
Yeah.
It's a thing. But I'm telling you, hear me out. Eddie Edwards, a psycho Eddie Edwards managed by Raven, pulling the strings on the breakdown of Eddie Edwards. Wishful thinking, yes, Alicia, but I'm gonna put that into the universe. Like they say, what do those little sayings say when you go to like Home Goods and they got like the shit written on like plasterboard? It's like
Eat,
if you
pray,
put
love.
Yeah, eat, pray, love, or live, laugh, love, or put it into the universe and let it come back to you, or something. One of those, all that crapper. But first,
Fortune
coffee.
cookie.
Penny, pick it up, and all day long you'll have good luck.
Yeah, shit like that.
From the ceiling.
but first coffee. Like, if any of you people in this chat have a but first coffee sign in your kitchen, I'd love to know why. I'd love to know why you bought that sign at like Marshall's or Home Goods, or where the fuck you bought it. But first, coffee.
Is that like it's 5 o'clock? It's always 5 o'clock somewhere.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's the coffee version of it's 5 o'clock somewhere.
Trent, Mrs. J-Bone has that tattoo on her body, so just be nice.
I could see what the attraction is, Jim. Now I get it. Now I get the marriage. Very
I like
nice.
Death Before Decaf.
That's where it's another one, yeah.
Yeah.
Basically, go to like Target.
That's on the other butt cheek.
Oh,
No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, baby.
Hey, Tracy.
I'm kidding.
Just your husband spilling your beans all
I'm-
over.
I'm
the
waiting for her to.
podcast.
I'm waiting for her to jump in this chat and confirm or deny all this bullshit. but all right, let's throw another one up there. What do we got?
All right, here's one
Few
from.
more.
I don't know if we've seen before. Primetime Joe here. We've seen some legends coming back to Impact. Who would you love to see next? Because we have seen ODB make a recent return. So yeah, is there anybody else you'd like to see come back?
Oof, a lot of names.
We
out
just
there.
talked about Raven, so we could put him out there. But beyond that,
Ravens in the family. I would love to see Shane Douglas come back to TV. That guy's not been on TV at all. I'm a big Shane Douglas mark, but he's like, the fact that he's nowhere on TV and he's such a smart guy, like wrestling wise. It'd be interesting to see Shane come in and do something, manage or something.
See, I'm gonna make a comparison here. See, there's another company out there that's kind of at rivalries with Impact right now that's doing that in my opinion, is doing that very well. Guys like Tully Blanchard, Jake the Snake Roberts, Arn Anderson, all used very well. Like not overdone, just enough to help the talent along. And
Like managers.
It's such it's a lot. I mean, it's starting to come back through brands like that, but it's absolutely needed in wrestling, and it should be used more, in my opinion.
Because look what they did with the knockouts, right, Alicia? You got Jazz and ODB coming back to be like veterans back there. Gail's already there. It's like the knockouts got
a male presence.
Right. So like you got the knockouts have a good number of legends to be like those guys, and then it shows because the knockouts are always getting better and better every week. So throw a couple of the legends for the men, yeah. They got some. I mean, like I said, like Eric Young, I consider part of that veteran group, and Hernandez, Rhino, and even Swinger. I think they're around 30 years at this point. But some Impact legends would be nice too. Like the Ravens, Shane Douglas, guys like that would be.
Yeah, I'll take the guy we've seen. I mentioned earlier, Kurt Angle would be the guy.
Yeah, that's a huge one.
That's out there.
Maj in the chat saying Shane Douglas with Brian Myers would be fucking phenomenal.
Oh yeah,
as his guide, like a holy shit, like as a as like a mentor, like stay focused. Like I can see him slapping him, like, come on, stay focused. You know, like, oh my God, it'd be perfect.
That would. He's a great talker, so that would be a nice way to use him.
How about
God.
Kid Cash with someone from like the X Division?
That's another one.
Trinity?
People forget. Trinity. Oh, give me Trinity and I'll be happy, man. I love me some Trinity. We talk about it all the time on Throwback, Alicia. Like we're like bummed. We're like bummed.
It's actually only this guy. No kidding. No.
I put her over a lot, man. That was a 2003 crush I had on Trinity for sure. But I loved her in the ring. So don't get me wrong.
She was over with Trent.
Trinity was over until Tracy Brooks came around. Then I was in love.
Then she was all over.
That she was over. Because at one point it was the two of them were feuding, and my heart was torn in two directions, man. Take it easy, Bill. Take it easy. Homicide's other good ones.
Hey, AJ, bring it back. A legend. Come on.
Monty Brown, people are saying that's another big one too that people pine for. I feel like the Monty one, Monty is it's like he's dipping his toe into all this, like, what's going on out there, you know? But I wouldn't say never with Monty. I won't say, definitely don't say never say never with Monty. He cut that thing for Lance Archer as kind of a friend thing, right?
Hey, Lance Archer, he has a connection here. If it was Lance Archer with Monty and some type of storyline, I take that. Like, that's the next AEW thing, and it includes Monty Brown, then all day.
I almost feel like Khan is going to wave enough money in front of Monty for him to say, like, it's going to be hard for him to say no. He has such a cult following. Out of all we do the Black History Month post on our Twitter feed every day this month. The Monty one to this day is the most retweeted and liked one we did. I mean, people love Monty Brown, man. Like it's still getting likes and retweets. So he's got a very interesting cult following. And I think Khan's going to wave enough money. If Impact doesn't, I think Khan will. But Lance Archer hinted at coming back for a match at Impact. You know, he's like, you know, I know that place well or something like that. So
is he ready to throw people through ceilings?
Possibly.
Cool.
He was hinting.
He's going to murder hawk everybody.
He was hinting at it pretty hard like a couple of weeks ago on his Twitter stuff. Yeah, I wouldn't mind. He's very much more polished now than he was back then. Mm-hmm. Let's do like a few more. Then when Jay's got to go do his review, so let's just do a couple more, guys. What do you got, Bill?
Here's one. I feel like people have been asking for this a little bit lately. Okay. Would you mind a new Revolution with Storm, since he's there, Rohit Shera, maybe Jackson Stone to go after Sabin, bring Shelley back, and so that's one side of the question. The other one was someone to face Deanna, maybe Tay Conti from AEW or a returning Killer Kelly. I guess who's that next big opponent? Because it might not be on the roster, or is it on the roster?
I think they're going to go with Killer Kelly as like the next major one at some point. From what I can gather on her Twitter, I think she's just stuck wherever she's stuck due to like immigrant, like her work visa stuff right now. I think she's waiting for a visa. That's kind of what I'm piecing together from her tweets, that she's waiting for like visas to clear before she can kind of get back into things. But I think whatever she's in, I think she's going to be but I don't want to see like Kim get overlooked here. I still want the whole like Kim and Deanna imploding a little bit over the title. Because Alicia, we talked about it a while ago. They need to do that at some point. Where like Kim's sick of her shit.
Focus on building up like a solid, like women, like opponents for the women's belt. You know, within their own company. Like,
don't just hot shot Kelly like when she comes in.
Yeah.
Like, don't just like be like, oh, she's at the top.
That's so predictable, and we do it like it seems like every time someone new comes in, they go right to the top, and then it's like until the next one's traded out. The tag team belts are kind of in that same position as well.
And that's true. That's the thing. It's like it's almost become predictable that you're like, oh, the new person's coming in, they're going right to the top. Yeah. I want to see the payoff with Kim. Bill or Jay, if you guys got a take on that too, as far as the knockouts go.
Yeah. It just, build up the ones that have been busting their ass over the course of the last year to two. You know,
Yeah.
someone like Kiera Hogan's a perfect example of that. Yeah, she's a tag team champion, but you know, someone like that. Yeah, someone like Kimberly. You know.
So we'll see where it goes.
Yeah, I think Kimber could be at some point, but not yet. I think they could revisit Sue Young first. I think Susan could have more of that implosion first and resort back to being Sue. And we already know Deanna and Sue. Rosemary's going to be an interesting one because right now that with Black Taurus, it kind of frees her up to go back into the Knockouts division title picture. But there isn't really any storyline there yet. They could get there over the next little bit. So I would look at that. She did have that one match at the end of last year. She did have one pay-per-view match with Deanna, right?
Yeah, and especially with the way that Rosemary is like really evolving out of the sexy kooky Rosemary, and now she's becoming more like demonic again, you know.
Kind of getting back to that now, right? She's getting back to like her roots.
Yeah, old school Decay, yeah.
Cool. Let's do one more, and then we'll call it because Jay's got to get going, guys. Let's pick one, Bill. Get one good one in there. But I think we got to build those knockouts internally first. I don't want to see hot shotting anymore. I want to just. I think we've waited patiently for Kim, and she's been literally like unsung MVP of the knockouts division. Not a single bad match. Anybody comes in, they put her with Kim, and she gets a great match out of everybody. So I think she deserves a turn at all this first.
All right. There's one. If Raven managed Eddie, which we talked about earlier, once again, fantasy booking of that, how do you feel about Eddie and Sammy and Trey Miguel and Man Folden as a new flock? And then separately about Black Taurus challenging TJP, which obviously based on this week, you could see that in the future.
Could definitely see that. I wouldn't mind a new flock. Like Raven as a manager, though. Not wrestling, obviously. I think his wrestling days are beyond it, but Raven as a manager? Yeah,
just pulling the strings, guiding an army.
I think a new flock would be cool. You know, him just being the puppet master on the whole thing. That could be. I'm a big mark for Raven. His stuff, him leading a charge, him leading a group has always been intriguing to me.
Yeah, and I'll say this: if you can't get Raven, I think a guy that could do that instead is EC3. Because we've been kind of teased his group. Yep. And obviously you would already have Moose, but you could obviously add a lot of followers. Then you would have that and Violent by Design is like the two factions of Impact.
What is that little thing they talk about like online and like hint around that stuff when they're hanging out? What is that? ZNA?
There you go.
Like their little click.
That's how you can connect them. That's the thing there. Yeah, that's the Eddie connection. This whole ZNA. Willie Mack could go in there. He's hinted at ZNA stuff. So it's almost like a made group. It's like a break-in kayfabe group.
It's like
there already is a group.
It's like the Impact version of Click.
Correct.
Yeah.
It is.
Just to point, Armand did point out the new Gathering, not a flock. Flock was the WCW thing. Like Gathering was the TNA one, right? So good call out.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Well,
it's a flock and a gathering. It's a gathering of flock.
Alicia's not having it though. Not interested in a new gathering.
There are too many top-notch guys like trying to fit into something, and who in that group can you honestly say would be a follower or a leader? Like they're all leader personalities.
That's a great call. That's a good call out.
Fan fantasy, basically.
Oh, I hear
That's
you.
the main event mafia. All leaders.
But not under Raven.
And that exploded because it was all leaders.
But they were great before they exploded.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not disagreeing with that. I'm not saying it would be bad, but at the same time, you have to look at who they just listed. I don't know if you could bring that back up, but like, tell me honestly,
that group,
knowing their characters, who would bow down.
Such a good call out, though. That's a really good point. Honestly, like you're right. It was so much fantasy in that, but you're right. Like, who's going to be a follower here and like take maybe, second, third?
Maybe Madman, because he has before.
Yeah, but the
new Trey, no,
not the new Trey for sure. He's
scum. It'd be the scumbag mafia.
But you're right though. Like you couldn't, because like all these guys are kind of doing their own thing. But yeah, Fulton maybe if anybody. But yeah, I don't. You're right, Alicia. That's a good call out. That's a totally good call out. But
Great
cool
question though.
It is. It's something that gives something to think about.
Something fun to think about, but
yeah. But we're going to start wrapping up, guys. It was a bit of a quick one today. We're at just about our hour, so we're going to get our plugs in here, and then Jay's going to – so you guys join Jay. He's going to be on live right after this doing his review. You want to just hang out with Jay, and if you don't watch the other Up North product, you can at least hang out with Jay Bone.
Which one's Jay?
The one right here below, in the box below, in the what would it be, the Bobby Brady spot right here. This is Jay Bone. Speaking of which, Jay Bone, let's get J Bone. So, segue that, J Bone. Where can they find you right after this show?
You can find me over that other little podcast called Smash This Podcast on YouTube and Twitch and all the socials, the Instanet, the Twitter box, and the Face box.
Very nice. And cool. Go hang out with Jay, and right after this, he'll be live. So, Alicia, where can people follow you?
You can find me on Instagram and Twitter under the handle Alicia B. Cakey, all one word.
Very cool. Very cool. Bill? Potentially pictures from this weekend, maybe.
Oh, there very well. Potentially could be pictures. So the Twitter and the Instagram, I'm my name, William M. Gardner, Gardner. Or as everyone proves, they can just find me out and find out what I'm doing anyway.
Creeps. Shout out, happy birthday to the hair, the greatest hair on the East Coast. Bill's front row buddy, his partner in crime on the front row, Dave. His birthday today, so happy birthday!
Happy birthday to Dave! And he was at the show on Saturday.
One of our biggest supporters as well, and a good pal of the show. So happy birthday, Dave! Hope you're having a good day. And he was with you, right? You said he was with you on Saturday.
Yeah, he was with me, and then another guy I used to work with at the newspaper. He was there. He made his return after a while. So Todd was there too. So we had the Three Musketeers, or as I prefer more, the Three Amigos.
I love me some Three Amigos. That's awesome. That is the best.
That's awesome. I'm hoping to get shows are starting back here in a month or so. So I'm looking to get back into that myself. Get some stuff going on here. But guys, you get me at Transiberi on Twitter or HEMI Music on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, as well as the BSB Show, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitch. That's another podcast I do with Basil, former Impact photographer. The new Impact photographer is on Twitter, by the way, TJ Burke. If you want the guy who took over for Basil, TJ Burke. Somebody put his Twitter handle in here earlier.
He did.
But you guys want to follow him. He's hopefully going to be putting stuff out. Basil is very frequent about putting Impact content out. I don't know about TJ. He's still new. Don't really know him, but hopefully he starts pumping stuff out on Tuesdays that you guys can share around. But guys, get the show here at We Talk Impact, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Twitch, Pro Wrestling Tees, and YouTube at the .com/Total Nonstop Impact. So get them on all those. Get yourself a T-shirt, Discord. The links in the comments below, or in the description below. Get in the Discord chat. Bunch of different rooms going on. Mark's leading the treehouse in there. He wants to treehouse it up in the Discord. Get the link in there, guys, and come hang out between shows. The show schedule, real quick. Tuesday watch along, BTI and Impact on Access TV with Jay and Bill. Immediately following that, the post show with all of us doing the post show breakdown for Impact on Access TV. Bravo is stopping by this week.
Oh, we're giving that out. We're letting people know.
We're letting them know he's coming by this week. He's going to come by, and I got some questions for him this week. So we're going to talk to Bravo about some stuff this week. He's canceling Penzer's segment, so I want to talk to him about it. So I want to see what's going on with Bravo. So he's going to stop by for a few minutes this week and pop in. Bravo's coming by this week for a little bit. Maybe somebody else. We're not sure yet. Thursday's Throwback Show. We're doing episode number 50. What do we have? 59 this week coming up. On Thursdays, Fridays, the UK guys, the TNI UK drops their new episodes every Friday on the channel and audio feeds, guys. And then Sunday is the Impact Plus Weekly. And then everything's available on audio, all the major audio platforms, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, SoundCloud, Google Play, iHeartRadio, TuneIn Radio, Spotify, everything. You name it, we're on it. Rate, review, and subscribe. But yeah, that's going to do it for us. I forget anything?
One thing.
I don't know whether to say congratulations or I'm sorry.
We're going to see what happens on Tuesday. All right, guys, have a great week, everybody. Stay warm out there. We'll talk to you soon. Stay safe. We'll see you Tuesday for the watch along. Take care, all.